Hello and welcome to the next session. This session is all about you and us. There are no certificates to complete, there's no register entries to complete, there's no questions to ask, and there are no blues for you to look at either. It's all about you and us and how we all work as a team. Now you'll know that by now we've done a lot of talking to you via email, and we'll continue to do this. Email is how we really communicate with all the members of our team, and you will be issued with your own Cheshire East Registration Service email, and that will be cheshireeast.gov.uk. We'll do that when you come into the office. Email is how you'll find out what weddings have been allocated to you, so you'll find out when you're going to be working. And we like to allocate your work around about 6 to 8 weeks in advance. This means that you know exactly what you're going to be doing, and it means that our couples also know that it's getting closer to their day and their registrars have been appointed to them. When we send out the email for your allocations, as I say, that's about 6 to 8 weeks in advance. Sometimes due to business needs, it's not always possible for us to allocate that far in advance. But you can rest assured that we'll be letting you know as soon as we possibly can what days we'll be asking you to work. And in that email you'll also get to know who you are going to be working with, so your working partner. And we ask that in the week leading up to when you're going to be working together that you liaise with each other to sort out where you're going to meet, what time you're going to meet. It's also a great double check to make sure that you both know that that wedding is at 12 o'clock and where it is. We don't want people getting to a wedding either late or too early, or it's a fantastic double check. And then of course you get to the day when you're coming into the office to go out to do a wedding, and it's actually become really real. And when you come to the office, you'll be picking up a file for each ceremony that you're going out to. So in that file you're going to have the blues, and we've spoken about the blues before. You're also going to have the profile and lots of other information as well. So it might be things like readings that the couple want to include in the ceremony, or maybe unity ceremony information and any other bits and pieces that are to do with that ceremony. And it's important that when you come into the office, that's what you're picking up and making sure you've got. Because you'll know by now that if you haven't got the blues for a ceremony, that wedding cannot take place and you can't be registering it. So you need to make sure that that file is picked up and goes out with you to the ceremony. Now we in the registration service are incredibly proud of the standard of service that we give to our customers. And our customers are twofold really. We have our customers who are our couples, who are getting married with us, and also our venues. They are also customers to us as well. And it's our aim to maintain that professional image and standards that our customers quite rightly expect of us. Now we must always remember that when it's our venues that are our customers, we are also their suppliers. Just like the photographer is, just like the pianist is, just like the florist is, we are suppliers of that venue. And we need to make sure that when we're at the venue, we're actually treating them exactly how we would want to be treated as well. So if, for example, the photographer wants to get a certain image that the bride and groom have asked him to get, then is it wrong that we stay where we are or we move out of the way? If it's in the middle of the ceremony and you're busy writing, then yes, it might be that you stay where you are. But if it is that it's not going to impact on the ceremony at all and he really needs to get that image, then move to one side. The customer gets what they need, the photographer, our fellow supplier, gets what they need, and the working relationship just happens and is fab. I think one of the things that we need to remember as well when we're at a ceremony is that couples can be incredibly nervous. We've said this throughout these sessions, that they can be nervous. They're just about to walk up the aisle, they're just about to get married. And it's how we communicate with them, how we actually liaise with them as to the impression that they get of our service. Yes, we've got a proper job to do. Yes, it's a very legal job to do. but we don't want to be officious with it. This is their big day, and it's about being polite and courteous, getting the job done, but being friendly as well. I guess the big thing is that we treat others as we too would like to be treated. Now, part of that professional image, of course, is not just conveyed by what we say and how we act, but it's also how we dress. And we do have a dress code within the registration service for when we go out to ceremonies. For gentlemen, it is a business suit or jacket and trousers, shirt and tie, smart shoes. For ladies, it's a skirt or a trouser suit, dress and a jacket as I'm wearing today, something that is appropriate. Tights for ladies and suitable shoes as well. So it's not the open-toed sandals that you'd be wearing down to the beach. And we still dress as we should be dressed, even on the warmest of days. It's all about that professional image. And again, if it was you that was getting married, how would you expect your registrar to be turning up to your wedding? Just one to think about. Your contract with us over the period of time that you're with us is an annualised hours contract, and this means that although you will be paid for the same amount of hours each week, you won't work the same amount of hours each week. And that again depends on the needs of the service and the business requirements that we have. When you're in the office, we'll go through more about how you make sure that you claim the right number of hours, the days that you need to claim for, and the dates in the month that you need to have claimed by to make sure that when you get your pay the following month, it will be right. In addition, any weekend or any bank holidays that you work that include enhanced payments will also then be right as you claim them too. Now, if you're unfortunately sick, we need to know as soon as possible. And that's because, as by now, you'll have realised that our service is very, very people dependent. We do have statutory duties. We do need 2 of us to go out to a ceremony. And that means that if somebody's going to go sick, we need to know so that we can get a replacement. We can't just say, oh, we'll only send one person, or we'll go out to do that wedding in another few days. We need somebody to go out there and then. Now, we do ask that if you are unable to come in for your allocated day's work due to sickness, you do let us know as soon as you can. And we have a duty manager phone that is accessible all throughout out of hours times. So during the daytime, Monday to Friday, if you were sick, you'd be calling the office, and at a weekend or in the evenings, you'd be calling the duty phone. And again, when you come into the office, we'll let you know this number and you can pop it into your phone as one of your contacts. The sooner we know, the sooner we can get a replacement in. And of course, that replacement one day might be you, as we're giving you a call and saying, you weren't supposed to be working today, but actually, Julie's gone sick. Can you come into work? So to be fair to everybody, as soon as you know, let us know and we can get your replacement for you. Now, one of the great things, of course, is that we all get to go on holiday and we all get to have days out and do things that we all want to do, and that means that we need to book leave for those things. So if you know that you're going to be looking at travel plans, then make sure that you've requested leave before you make those plans. And that again is because our service is very, very people dependent. And we need to make sure we've got enough people to be able to fulfil all the statutory duties that we have. We will go through how you request leave and the appropriate leave forms, again, when you're in the office with us. We encourage people to take leave. It's important that we all have time away from the office, and we try to give as much leave as we possibly can, but again, it's very service dependent. So as soon as you know that you're looking at leave, get it into us as a request and we can hopefully get that authorised for you. Now, there's been a lot about you and us in this session. As I said, there are no certificates to write, there's no blues to look at or anything else. And there will be a lot more detail that we will go into when you come into the office with us. You've nearly completed your distance learning now to become a marriage officer with your ceremony at Cheshire East Registration Service. And in the next session, there'll be a quiz. And that quiz is to give you an idea as to see how much you've actually learnt. And I bet you'll be really surprised how much you have learnt. It's not a test, it's a quiz. We really can't wait to see you, and we really can't wait for you to be a part of our team and to enjoy a fantastic summer of ceremonies here in Cheshire East. We look forward to seeing you soon.